So let's talk about Antonio Brown because he is doing some talking as well.
Yeah.
What do you think that that 72-hour period where we saw him very animated on the sideline, then going back at a former official who was saying that he's a product of Big Ben saying, trade me, we'll find out, and then not showing up for work? What do you translate that in from receiver into English, if you don't mind?
I'm going to tell you this. As much as AB would tell you, hey, I'm not frustrated, he is totally frustrated. He's frustrated in many aspects. A monster was built in Pittsburgh. That monster was built.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, when you don't feed that monster, it starts to go crazy. One thing about a receiver, and I would expect it a little different from AB because he was kind of like in my shoes. And when I say that is because I started off my career, I was number 3 receiver. First round, 2001 draft, came in number 3. Then I went to the number 2. Then I eventually moved my way up to number 1. So I've had every different side of that coin. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these guys, they've been number 1s their entire life, from Pop Warner, high school, on up. So they just know, I want the ball. I'm used to getting the ball, and they don't know how to handle it, when they don't get it. As a receiver in the NFL, one thing you don't like, or I wouldn't say don't like, one thing that strikes a nerve is when another receiver comes aboard and all of a sudden they're getting all the juice. They're getting all the action. You're like, wait a minute. I'm the guy. Why are you not throwing me the ball? I'm the guy. So that kind of strikes a nerve. So, and then when you're not winning, when you're winning, you can't complain because all of a sudden you're selfish.
So Juju Smith-Schuster is the sort of, I guess, fly in the ointment right now?
Juju Smith-Schuster is Reggie Wayne in the 2000s.
To AB's Marvin Harrison.
Exactly.
And is Calvin Ridley right now the Reggie Wayne to Julio Jones's Marvin Harrison?
Absolutely. Right, and listen, Marvin Harrison to me is the best ever, outside of Jerry Rice.
Sure.
But and there's no knock on those guys. It just happens to go that way because those guys, the Marvin Harrison, the ABs, the Julio Jones, they're going to get double covered. So the Reggie Waynes of the world, we're going to get single covered. There's not one receiver in the league that feel like they can be single covered. One-on-one, I'm going to win that battle. I remember my first day in, I met Marvin Harrison. I told him, I said, hey, bro, nice to meet you. I'm going to do everything I can to get this double coverage off you. It just comes that way. And slowly but surely, it's a changing of the guard. It's the way it goes. I mean, Father Time kicks in. It happens.
So what's worse, Reggie Wayne, having a situation like you mentioned, Julio Jones and Calvin Ridley and Antonio Brown and Juju Smith-Schuster not winning, or Odell Beckham and not winning, where it seems like there's nobody else who's getting the ball also, and you're not winning?
I'm going to tell you, what's worse is definitely Odell Beckham Jr. I mean, because if you want to be, AB and Juju, like, at least you got guys that's eating. It's just AB that's the one that's feel like he's not getting, he's not being fed. Even though just up to last week, he was top 5 and top 3 actually in targets.
Julio Jones is number 1 in yards.
Yeah, I mean, their situation is a lot easier than OBJ. I mean, OBJ, he's in a situation where he is the guy and he still can't get the ball. The other guys can't get the ball. It's a dead end over there.
What do you think is happening with the Giants right now, Reggie Wayne? I mean, you're also well versed in Manning.
Over there, I just think it's stale over there. It's some crawfish without flavor.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.